Hey guys, welcome back to Red Devil TV. Man United beating Everton 2-1 away from home. It was a game where, look at the end of it, in the last 20-25 minutes, it was pressure from Everton. Varane comes on. And I want to talk about some of these players who, look, Anthony's a big talking point for me at this moment because I very clearly see Anthony as much more of a goal-scoring threat than a creator. And it's not necessarily what we needed in our team. As you know, we bought Sancho to be a right-sided player. He's ended up playing on the left. He was dropped yesterday. Rashford comes in on the left. Martial plays the first 25 minutes. He got injured in the warm-up or whatever. Martial is a liability now because we don't have enough strikers. You can't play Anthony as a striker. You can't play Rashford as a striker, in my opinion, even though he has been played in that position before. Quite simply, Martial can't be relied on. And he might literally, beginning of the game, I heard Martial was injured from the warm-up. And I was still very surprised Ten Hag started him. This could go very wrong. And he came off within 25 minutes. Ronaldo comes on. He has a great game. So I was very happy to see Ronaldo have a good game. And the funny thing is, when Martial comes off and you see Ronaldo smiling and he thought, this is my time. And he scored. The annoying thing is, in the second half, for a good 30-35 minutes of that second half, we didn't really create that many chances. I mean, Rashford got an offside goal from a Ronaldo assist, but it hit his arm. You know, that's always a very inconsistent decision from the referee to give that as a handball. Yes, it does set up the chance, but we've seen decisions like that not be made and still be given as a goal. So I still think Rashford had a decent game yesterday. I thought Rashford was very mature in the way he played his game. He was passing a lot of the time. He wasn't trying to take on too many players. You know, Everton have been decent this season. And what we saw yesterday is that we made their attack look quite average. You know, Casemiro for me I thought he was great at times, but I thought, you know, some of his passing was off. I thought the same with Delo. But then again, it's not an excuse, but the pitch was obviously wet. You did see that some of the passes were loose. And, you know, misplacing passes when it's raining constantly. It was heavy rain. It's going to happen. So some passes will be misplaced. And you saw it a lot of the time from Casemiro and Delo. And that's what Casemiro done in that game. That's what led to the goal, actually. You know, he misplaces a pass and then he wins a tackle, passes, does a through ball straight to Ronaldo. Ronaldo finishes it on his left foot. So it was a great goal. Anthony, again, like I said, I still want to see more from him. I see him much more as a goal-scoring threat. You know, he cuts in, he takes a shot on. There's not enough crosses from our fullbacks. I know Luke Shaw played the game and I thought he was one of our best players, Luke Shaw. I was very impressed with his physicality and his passing. And he does offer that physicality a lot more than what Malacia does. I think Malacia can be a physical player for his size, but Luke Shaw is naturally a bigger fullback and his physicality is a lot more present. You sense he's a lot more present in the attacking part of the game, especially, you know, when he passes through the middle, he makes the overlap and then he gets the ball back from Rashford or whoever's in midfield. We saw that a lot yesterday. The thing is with Anthony, I feel like he slows our progression down at times. A lot of the time he gets the ball, Delo does the overlap and he doesn't pass and he goes back and he passes it backwards and he takes too long on the ball. It slows down our build-up play and our progression. So we really I feel like Ten Hag is probably the manager to tell him, don't always look to, you know, try and dribble past the player or slow things down, pass it. When you see Delo make the overlap, you know, pass it, because a lot of the time yesterday, Delo had a decent game. I did think that his passing was a bit off, like I said before, but partly the reason he didn't have so much of an attacking influence on the game was partly because of Anthony, because Anthony was slowing down the game and he wasn't really looking for that, for Delo's overlap and passing the ball to him. So that kind of slowed us down from the right-hand side, but I thought Casemiro, he just showed what he's about. Yes, there are inconsistencies there. You know, it was his mistake for the goal. But Casemiro was man of the match and he still cost us one goal, which is interesting. So the funny thing is, Casemiro could have scored the goal. He could have had another assist. So Casemiro is really showing to be a player who's very versatile in terms of, look, he's a dynamic midfielder. Yes, he's playing as a defensive midfielder, great tackler, great interceptor of the ball, a good shield for our back four, but he can be a very good goal-scoring threat as well. He should have scored that header. So from Rashford done the cross and Casemiro gets a header onto it and it's wide. You know, that should have been a goal. If that was Ronaldo or somewhere else on the ball, that's a goal. But yeah, the game, it was a solid game. I thought Everton were causing us a lot of problems later on. But then again, I wouldn't say it's problems where they're tearing us apart. It was more of, they were getting long shots. They were always trying to put crosses into the box in the final 10 minutes of the game because, look, Varane comes on. And we're very good defensively. So yeah, I mean, what cost us the goal is really Casemiro, an individual error. So it's a solid win. Happy to see Ronaldo get a goal. Rashford was decent. I thought everyone was pretty decent. I thought Eriksen got very tired in the second half again, though. I thought McTominay should have come on a lot earlier. But there's always that set piece threat from Eriksen. Obviously, the balls in between the lines. So there's always a threat from him. Bruno, again, a player who I thought was, again, good. But still, I want to see more from Bruno. Again, I've said it before about Bruno. I think he's a player who really, further down in his career, he's going to be more of a striker because I clearly see him as someone who wants them goals. And yes, he can assist, of course, as we've seen a lot throughout the last 2 seasons. But you can see he's in many similar positions where Ronaldo is. And it doesn't mean they can't play together. We said it the whole of last season. Do they affect each other's performances in a game? They can play together, but it's about finding that balance, and Ten Hag really needs to sort that out, in my opinion. Look, against in Europa League against Omonia on Thursday, it'll be interesting because I think Martial will be out for a couple of weeks now. Again, we have to wait to see what Ten Hag says, but if he's out, look, it's Ronaldo, Rashford, Antony and Sancho will have to come back into the team, and I hope Sancho finds his form again because he started off the season very well. But one thing I want to say about yesterday's game as well, how many long balls are we doing? Lindelof needs to relax. I thought he was good in the game, some good defensive work, but God, how many long balls are we doing? Stop doing long balls. We're facing a team, look, we had 70% possession in the first half, 70% possession. That's what Ten Hag wants. Stop dishing out long balls. We're losing possession for no reason. It's not like we're getting tackled or intercepted or we're getting dispossessed a lot of the time in the first half. Lindelof is just doing long balls that are not even accurate. There are no accurate long balls that we saw yesterday from Lindelof, and we keep losing possession of the ball. We're giving up possession, and it's terrible. Just keep the ball, play good football, intricate passing, short passes, medium passes, not too many long balls. Yes, there'll be the occasional diagonal ball. Just play good football. Keep possession of the ball. Don't be just dishing out long balls the whole game. Bruno does that. Lindelof does that. Lindelof done that straight away in the first 2 minutes of the game. Lindelof dishes out a long ball for no odd reason. Okay, so guys, let me know what you thought of the game. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.